what's the beautiful thing about God's creativity? We've deemed it this God's unconditional creativity. That when God creates, he doesn't create for human approval, but he creates for human discovery. When man creates, we define whether it's a successful creation by human approval. In fact, we define whether it's a successful creation of God by whether we have human approval these days. But when God creates, this is the most beautiful thing. He never gives up on his creation. He creates. It's like so awesome. It's like if you watch those discovery programs, they're finding things that every day that we never even knew existed. I almost feel like God's just like, yeah. I didn't need. I'm not like man. The stage I stand upon is not for human eyes. It's for human hearts. It's different, isn't it? So, I love that. You are wisdom. It's interesting that in the Bible, God asks more questions than he gives answers. Wisdom is the same thing. Men and women of wisdom that are older tend to, if they've matured, ask more questions than they give answers. Children, it's interesting, ask more questions than they give answers. I didn't say teenagers, but little children, it's wild. When my little children get with their grandparents, see, they all should be president. We should have a grandmother and a granddaughter, or a grandfather and a grandson be president and vice president. Because they get it. Actually, it's more like this. The older person, the grandparent, see, they all get each other. It's all of us in between age. We're the ones that are screwing up the world. Because it's unbelievable when you watch them. The grandparents and the grandchild, they hang out with each other, and they're both of them are at stages of their existence where they're present. So it's wild. It's like the grandpa or the grandma, they're there because they know better. And the child is there just because in that place. Because they don't know any better. But the grandparents there because they know all too well that to think about the future or to think about the past is a waste of your time. So be present to that moment. The child's present. It's like, oh, whoa. Did you see that tree? I didn't see the tree because we're on our way to Starbucks. Right? Grandpa and grandma, they're like, hey, I'd love to see the tree. Let's just stop and go hang out and look at the tree. When we get together with our kids, it's like All right, so what are we going to do tomorrow with the kids? It's going to be awesome. Let's take them to the zoo, the museum. Let's go over, we'll take them to lunch. Let's go for a bike ride. It's like a workout program. And then when Grandma and Grandpa get together with them, they're like, they have the greatest time. Well, what'd you do? Oh, we just blew bubbles and looked at them, then popped them all day. It's unbelievable. So, I'm just learning. Okay, Lord, help me to be present. Help me to be present. Help me to be present.